What are hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are the backbone of the energy and materials we rely on every day. From powering our vehicles to forming the plastics around us, these molecules are everywhere. But what exactly are hydrocarbons, and why are they so important? Let's take a closer look. Hydrocarbons are organic compounds made of only carbon and hydrogen, but there are different types. These hydrocarbons are found in crude oil, natural gas, and petroleum. Let's look at the types of hydrocarbons. First up, we have alkanes. These are the most common hydrocarbons you'll come across. Alkanes are made up of carbon atoms bonded to hydrogen atoms with single bonds. That's why we call them saturated hydrocarbons. They follow this general formula, and it's basically saying that the amount of hydrogen is 2 more than double the amount of carbon atoms. Alkanes are primarily used for energy production because they're more stable, they're more energy dense, and they're more available. When you burn them through combustion, they react with oxygen to release energy, which you use to power vehicles, heat homes, and more. Alkanes can even be structured differently. There are straight-chained alkanes, branched-chained alkanes, and cycloalkanes. These different structures have some differences in properties. One well-known example of alkanes is methane. You've probably heard of it before, and it's the main component of natural gas, and is commonly used for cooking and heating. Next, we have alkenes. These are a bit more reactive. Alkenes contain at least one carbon-carbon double bond, which makes them unsaturated. Because of this double bond, it creates room for additional atoms to bond with. The general formula for alkenes is right here, and it's saying that the hydrogen atoms is 2 times more than the amount of carbon atoms. Alkenes are not usually used for energy production, but they play a huge role in the plastic industry. For example, ethene and propene are key building blocks for making polyethylene and polypropylene, which are used in everything from packaging to construction materials. Although alkenes can sometimes be produced from alkanes through dehydrogenation, and reversibly alkanes can create alkenes through hydrogenation and cracking of large alkanes. Moving on to alkynes, which are even more reactive than alkenes. Alkynes contain at least one carbon-carbon triple bond, and they follow this formula right here. Alkynes like acetylene are mostly used in industrial processes like welding and cutting metals, where their high reactivity comes in handy. They can also be broken down into smaller hydrocarbons like alkenes or alkanes for different uses through different processes. Last but not least, we have aromatic hydrocarbons, also known as arenes. These have a unique ring-like structure. Aromatic hydrocarbons have some interesting applications too. They're mainly used as chemical feedstocks to produce other chemicals and products. They can also help improve a fuel's octane rating, which boosts engine performance. So, they're pretty important for both energy production and the chemical industry. The most common example is benzene. Benzene is used for the creation of plastic, synthetic fibers, rubber, and more. But here's the thing. While hydrocarbons are great for energy, the process of burning them releases greenhouse gases, which contributes to climate change. But don't lose hope just yet. Scientists are hard at work developing greener technologies to reduce the environmental impact of hydrocarbon use.